you're having fun because I sure am. And I want to make you know too, and let you know, that you can play any kind of music. So when we're doing this, I want you to understand that there's a lesson to be learned in every single song that you ever play. There's going to be something that you're going to be able to use in other pieces. It's to give you the tools to work with all the time that's so important. And if we know how to play all those major chords, we'll be doing something so you say, oh, I can do that too. We're going to be playing minor chords sometimes. And of course, you know some of them from the first chords that we played. When we played C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. Oh yeah, the A is just skipping on the white keys. When we're writing it down, though, we're going to make sure you understand A minor doesn't have a black key in it. It's just skipping on the white keys. We're going to be playing something that might surprise you because it's a rock tune, but it was the first song that was put in, I think it's the first one, that was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. And I think it's more than 25 years ago that it was played. And it's Stairway to Heaven. And it was kind of like unexpected from the band that did it too, because they played more rocky songs, but this was kind of, I'm sure you've heard the sound. It goes. That was interesting. I had to make that easy though. I wonder how I could do that better. I was playing it by ear. I did not have the music in front of me. And one of the advantages to doing that is that you're really listening to the music. And of course, I want to play songs when they're on the way up, not when they're on the way down. And so, if you know what I mean, I don't want to play it when it's been a big, big hit for 20 weeks and now I'm going to teach it to you. No, I want to teach it to you on the way up. So you're learning it before everybody thinks it's the grandest song that ever happened. And so when I was teaching this, it was at that stage where nobody was really playing it yet, okay? And I liked the sound of it, but it was in the era where they started to open up. I'm talking about people started to be more honest with each other. And so what would happen is when we're playing music, it's a reflection of the times, but also the chord is giving you that message. And so what was happening, it was opening up. And so I want you to listen to this for a minute. This was a chord. And then I played another note. And there's a bigger gap between the notes. And I'm getting to be very open. I'm still getting even more open because I'm being very honest. And this is an era when they started to do that, which was, I guess, maybe what, in the 70s? Something like that. Anyway, there's a melody that, this is an introduction, but everybody recognizes that introduction because they love it. And I was playing it, and then I got the music. I got the music because somebody bought it. And I'm looking at it and I say, oh my God, I must have been playing this whole thing wrong because none of these notes look the same as what I've been playing. And it was in the same key. And I was going, why did that happen? That's so funny. Well, I was identifying the chords differently. And any chord can be identified in so many ways. For example, if you're playing an A minor chord, it starts on the A. The description of these chords becomes, if you're playing it and doing it the way I'm just playing it, would be G sharp augmented, a C beginning on G, they have to write this down, a D ninth, oh my God, and now you're thinking of the chord structure. But I found out when I was doing it, because I played it by ear, that I was playing the same thing, except it was a chromatic bass. Chromatic is every single note. That's chromatic. If I'm playing A minor, if I play chromatically, I'm going to leave these two notes up here, but I'm just going to chromatically play the bass, which is a low note. Actually, it's just moving it down. And moving it down. It goes all the way to the E from that A, keeps going down chromatically, every single note as a bass. Now we're going to be playing the intro. And it comes from the A minor. The notes are going to be generally on the white keys. So. And the way I want you to think about it is that you start with the note A. And I want you to think of old, new, because we're going to repeat the note we're playing. So it goes. start. Old, new, that means the old note and the next note. And then we play old, new again. Old, new. And they were right in order. Oh, this one seems to drop down, it drops down to the F sharp. And then it's going to keep going. Old, new, and G, E minor. So I'm going to play it for you so that you'll get the gist of it, okay? You're going to be playing A minor for the first one. Now it's chromatically down. Play the old, and on the new one, change the bass. That's the intro, but it's such a wonderful sound. And it's chromatic. You don't have to be reading all these notes that are saying A minor, G plus augmented, or G sharp augmented, and then C beginning on G, and giving you all these instructions when what it's happening is that we're playing this bass tone. It turns out that at that period of time, they were playing a lot of that same kind of sound. So I'm going to show you another one that happens, but I want you to see that first part. Then when you're playing the song itself, because that was the intro, and everybody loves the intro, but everybody knows the sound. I mean, I'm talking about if you're interested in the song. But we're going to show you something else that happens with it. You heard the introduction, but when they start the song and playing it, guess what? We can still use the same thing, because it has some of those same chords. So it goes. There's a lady who's, I forgot all the words, but I'm sure if you're interested in playing it, you'll know the song. Boy, that's so easy when you're playing it chromatically, isn't it? When we were playing the intro, we knew what to do, and now we're going to be playing the same chord pattern for the melody notes. And we start on the A, and it's very simple because there's very little skipping here. So what we're teaching you to do is to know and understand music so you can do it by ear, to know and understand that when you're looking at it, it's so easy, but if you're identifying all the notes, it drives you crazy because you're trying to figure what note is that, and you're releasing things too soon. I want you to be relaxed when you're playing so that you know how the melody goes, and you shouldn't be playing this if you don't know the melody, and if it's not the song you want to play. We have many songs that we can do, but this just happens to be one that came into my head right now. So when we're playing this on the melody, after we play the intro, it's still the same accompaniment. That's the only skip in there, skip 2, or skip 1. To heaven. Now, it's kind of fascinating because wouldn't it be nice, that's kind of nice for the song, but I'm not really crazy about that song. Or maybe I don't even know it. But it's not that it just happens here. We're going to find this happening in many songs, and we're going to be able to pick that out by ear. So I'm going to show you another one that does it, and it happens to be Feelings. And it was called in Spanish, Dime, but it was a very popular song about the same time. And they copied from each other. Composers copy from each other, they hear the same thing. And it was the era of being open. I'm going to do this in E minor, and it's going to be a chromatic E minor. By chord, it's a whole bunch of names, but by understanding that it's just chromatic, that's easy. So let's see what happens on that. I need to play the melody, and I'm going to be playing 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an F sharp on the second note, so it's E, F sharp. Leave your hand in that 5-finger position, and you can play Feelings with the chromatic bass. First, I'll play the song, so you'll see it. Feelings, nothing more than feelings, trying to forget those feelings of love. they love to repeat. So believe me, they're going to play the same sound again. Sometimes it's considered the A section, because the A section usually plays an idea and then repeats it, so you're kind of learning it and kind of liking it. And then they break away from it to do something different and then come back to the original. So most songs have a repetition of the same sound, A, and they're going to repeat the A, maybe the last note might be different, and then they play the A again. We're talking about sections, like paragraphs. And so we know 3/4 of a song just by playing this, okay? We're going to be starting with the B note, and leave your hands on that 5-finger position. And you're going to say feelings. Now, one thing about feelings, you know what? They're always changing. And we want to express that on the piano. Because remember, piano is a language. And so we want to, how are we going to express it? Feelings. And my feelings are always changing. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm in a hurry, sometimes I'm not. And we're going to make it sound that way by using a chromatic bass. Now you can practice the right hand so you can understand not only, it's better sometimes if you say the words, I think. So if you play feelings, you know what? My feelings are always changing. So I'm going to play the next idea. Nothing more than feelings. And you know, I'm still changing those feelings. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm sad. Trying to forget. And we'll play a D chord and G. And guess what? It's going to repeat. You can play the chord solid. You can break it up. You want to play it so that it sounds like feelings. They're always changing. Feelings, hang on to it. I'm going to play it solid this time. It's more like I'm sniffling because I'm so sad and I'm crying. And so it's trying to express that on the piano. So we're going to do it like we're sniffling. Oh dear. Oh my. So now I'm going to play the same thing. Feelings, but I'm playing solid. Now you can do anything you want with it, but that's the chord we have to play, and chromatically. So, feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Oh, I'm always changing. Trying to forget. Though, or the D chord. And you're playing so much of the song. If you were seeing this written in a book with the left hand written down and with the right hand and no chords in it, it could take 4 or 5 pages because they keep repeating. The words change, but the melody is practically the same, and you can just fool around with it, play it by ear. But your fingers are in place already. I could actually do this in A minor if I wanted to. Let's see, I got to start on, what did I start on before? Oh, on the end of the chord. So I'm going to do it here. And it's not right. I got to get the right hand. Oh, I could do it right there, and there's only these 5 notes to play. And you say, my goodness, I could transpose this on top of it. But the most important thing we're doing here is the chromatic bass. You can do it for some of the Beatles music too. You'll find out that they have a whole bunch of chords that they're talking about there, but actually these are changes in chords, but it is chromatic. That's why when we're playing A minor, when I picked up the music and saw it written, I said, oh my God, I'm not even playing what it says there, because it said A minor, it said G sharp augmented. Oh, how does that go again? Oh, wait a minute. And you're trying to find it, and you might even change the position, and that's not good because you're not seeing that it's chromatic. Then this one says C, but start on G, because I inverted the chord. Oh my goodness, now I'm going to play a D ninth. Oh my God, D. Oh, here's a D. Here's the chord. And I need the ninth. This is the eighth, so that must be 9. and then F major seventh. Well, oh my goodness, there's so much that I have to play on here, and I'm doing it too slowly, so I'm not seeing that there's the same pattern. Okay, so now you're going to play it, like I said. If you're playing Feelings, you could do it, but you could do it for Beatles. There's some Beatles songs you could do that with, and you'll find a way, and we also point them out to you by giving you a lot of different songs where you're going to see this kind of, rather than just playing the A minor and the G plus, oh wait, what's the next one? And you don't add an inverted, so you have to look at the music to invert everything. It makes it very hard. So this is to show you there are shortcuts that you can take that make it so much easier and so much more fun when you're playing that. Now, I didn't play the whole song because we can send you the whole song. We can give you a lesson on the whole song. But everybody likes different songs. So we want to make sure that you're aware of the fact that this idea can happen in other songs. But we want to learn the idea, and the best way to do it is learn it in song. So now you know that this idea of chromatic bass works for Stairway to Heaven, and it works for Feelings. And so that's really a lot of fun. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. These are already really, but if you work on what we're telling you, and you start with the first two really important things that we had to learn, which was we had to learn that there are chords, and I know them. I know how to react to the chord because I'm going to mark it, so, oh, it's a B chord, oh my God, it's white, black, black. If it doesn't sound right, it's wrong. Remember what we're doing all the time. It has to do with sound. We're going to be applying this to many different songs. I hope you're going to have fun. Maybe you'll find some that I haven't even discovered yet. But you enjoy it, because that's what we want to do, is put the joy in music.